I mean, look, he is the breakthrough story of the playoffs. He's C.J. Anderson. He's kind enough to spend a couple moments with us here on stage live for Fox Sports Radio, of course, of the L.A. Rams. How are you?
I'm good. I'm real good.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to go back. 2015, you're with the Broncos. You won the Super Bowl. And that's a crazy year for people who don't remember, which is Peyton was kind of shot, right? The defense was unbelievable. Brock started the second half of the year. Then Peyton starts at the end of the season. And then you guys win it with special teams, a little bit of running game, and your defense was obscene. What was that experience, that Super Bowl experience for you?
It was amazing, and that was my second one. I remember a lot about 48, the one we lost, than more than we won. But the experience for 50.
I was trying to not do the negative memory thing because that one got it was a first play that one
got out of hand real quick. But I think the one we won, the most thing that you remember, there's nothing more exciting than winning for guys like DeMarcus Ware. Don't get me wrong, I love Peyton to death. That is my best friend. That's my dude. But winning for guys like DeMarcus Ware and winning for guys like Wade, who's put so much into it, that's kind of like what I see now, like Andrew Whitworth and Roger Stafford and John Sullivan. I mean, they've been in the league for a very long time and never been a chance to be in this position. So that's kind of how I see it now, and, there'll be nothing better than to win for them.
What about, though, the benefit for the Patriots of this is their ninth? Most of these guys played in it last year as opposed to you guys. As you know, that first experience, sometimes it hits you, like a brick wall. How much does the experience help a team like the Patriots, having played in this game?
I mean, it helps. I mean, I'm sitting here on Tuesday on the Radio Row the week we play the game because, it's my third time playing it, and I know how to lock in and get ready to go and prepare when it's time to prepare. And we use that week before to prepare. And I think experience do help. But I also think what it is at the end of the day, when the ball is put on the 35-yard line and is kicked off, it's football. And I think our team knows that. They understand that. And, as I've told them, what you did week one all the way to what you're doing now, it's the same formula of winning football because that's what it is. That's why you got here. So if you take that formula and do it at a high level.
But that's not the formula, to be honest with you, because the formula was Todd Gurley. And now it's Todd Gurley. Now it's Todd Gurley and, hey, let's hit C.J. Anderson. This has been crazy. Why didn't what you're doing in L.A. with a two-headed monster, why didn't that work in Carolina with you and Christian McCaffrey?
That is a question for the Panthers. I mean, when I got in and I signed, that was the goal. And the first 3 games of the season, 4 games after the bye week, the first month of the season, we were complimenting and going back and forth. And I had a touchdown. He had 3 touchdowns at the time, and we were complimenting back and forth. And then next you know, he just emerged. I mean, he became a special player where you don't want to take him off the field because he catches the ball well out of the backfield. There are so many different dynamic things that you can do with him, and I understood that. And, so many ways I was helping him when I wasn't playing to try to get him to the player where he is today and just give him my little expertise. And snub from the Pro Bowl this year, but shit, had a hell of a year.
Yeah, I mean, he had a great year. You have the Never Say Die Foundation. That's actually your foundation. Did you have that before you go to Oakland for 6 days and then you go with the Rams?
Yeah, Dreams Never Die. It's been out since 2016, and we just provide inner city youth with resources outside of entertainment and athletics, and the partnerships with Harvard and Google and different tech companies that I have is great. And, kind of a testament to what happened to me in 2018. I grew up an inner city kid, didn't know my father, and I went through a bunch of hardships to get where I was today. And it's no different than being released from Denver, Carolina, and Oakland to put me in a position, never giving up on what I feel is my dream and what I believe in, and trying to play the game the right way and love it the right way, and it worked out.
All right, I got to ask you a kind of personal question. How much did you weigh first day of the season with Carolina?
227.
How much are you today?
235.
Why it is something that people talk about. Like, have you gained that much weight, or does 7 pounds look thicker on your body?
I don't know if it's the gain. The body fat percentage definitely went up, like 8-9% body fat, which that's gonna make it look different. I mean, I'm still running the same I was running when I was in Denver and Carolina. That's how I feel, and that's all that matters to me. I can care less what I look like. At the end of the day, you don't get paid on what you look like. You get paid for first downs and touchdowns, and that's what I'm trying to do.
All right, last thing before I let you go. What would it mean to win the Super Bowl again? And look, winning it means anything, but considering your journey this year.
The biggest thing that I would take, and I said this on opening night last night, my niece and my nephew for the first two was not old enough to remember. And when you see like the Drew Brees picture with his, and I got a daughter coming in April, but I don't have kids. They don't like my girls like my kids. But you see Tom Brady and the Super Bowls he run and celebrating with his kids, and Peyton Manning, with Miles, and his daughter, can't get her name right now, but you've seen that from Super Bowl 50, and there'll be nothing better to celebrate and run around like a little kid with my niece and my nephew.
I know you have to run. I said it was the last one I lied. One more. When you scored in L.A. in the playoffs, I saw Gurley going crazy, right? And then, last week you kind of, or a week and a half ago, whatever, you kind of stole the show. Is that real? Is that really, is he really as supportive of your success as he?
The first thing he said when I walked in was, I liked you in Denver. You can play. I mean, I've been a Pro Bowler in this league, and I've been a top 10 rusher in this league, and he respects my game. And I think that's where me and him comes great, because I respect his game and what he does well. And, he's just genuinely happy. I mean, God has blessed both of us with many things, and I don't.
Is he healthy?
All the way healthy. He's all the way healthy. And what people don't understand is Todd Gurley is not insecure of his talent. Todd Gurley talent is going to be top talent every time Todd Gurley steps on the football field. So, he has no shame and no wave of someone else coming in and helping him trying to win a championship.
It's the Dreams Never Die Foundation. Go to dndfoundation22.org for more information, or follow CJ on social media at CJ Anderson RB9. Again, the foundation has its own Twitter handle, DND Foundation 22. There's never been a better correlation between foundation and production and one season than the Dreams Never Die. Guy starts out in Carolina, goes through Oakland and that mess for less than a week, and ends up in L.A., and now he's got a chance to win the Super Bowl again. CJ, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, CJ Anderson joining us here on the Doug Gottlieb Show on Fox Sports Radio.